The world of celebrities is a galaxy that never stops shining, where dreams meet destiny, and lights never dim completely, where we watch stars rise, stumble, and rise again. And in every glittering smile, there's a story of grit, heart, and endless hustle. It begins with the icons who turned passion into power, like Blake Lively, whose journey from a bubbly California teen to one of Hollywood's most stylish forces shows how grace can mix with ambition. Her time on Gossip Girl made her a household name, but her later roles in films like A Simple Favor and the romantic drama It Ends With Us revealed her depth and determination. And behind the camera, she's a fashion visionary known for designing her own red carpet looks and for supporting causes that empower women around the world. She's not just about glamour, she's about growth and balance. Next comes Rihanna, who moved from Barbados to global superstardom. Her music broke barriers, her beauty brand Fenty changed the entire industry. By making inclusivity the new gold standard, and her fashion shows became celebrations of every body, every shade, every story, she became not only a billionaire, but a symbol of creative independence and self-belief. Then there's Taylor Swift, whose lyrics became diaries for millions. Her transformation from country girl to pop queen, and then to a redefined indie storyteller, is one of the most documented evolutions in music history. Yet through every era, she remained the same storyteller, writing her truth, turning pain into poetry, and standing up for artists' rights. Her resilience taught an entire generation that reinvention is not betrayal, it's bravery across the ocean. In South Korea, BTS showed that music knows no borders. 7 young dreamers from Seoul became global ambassadors of love and unity. Their journey from small practice rooms to sold-out stadiums was powered by sincerity, hard work, and a bond with fans so strong it rewrote what fandom could mean, and their messages about mental health and self-love changed millions of lives. Speaking of messages, Selena Gomez turned her struggles into advocacy. Her journey through fame, illness, and recovery made her stronger. Her documentary, My Mind and Me, opened doors for honest conversations about mental wellness, and her beauty brand Rare became a symbol of authenticity. She reminded the world that being real is being radiant. Zendaya's rise, too, has been a masterclass in confidence. From Disney beginnings to Emmy-winning performances, she became a voice of modern elegance and empowerment. Her fashion choices are art pieces, her words thoughtful, her presence electric, and fans see her not just as a star, but as someone who brings light and calm in an industry that often moves too fast while Hollywood shines. London has its own constellation, with Dua Lipa blending pop precision and futuristic fashion. Her journey from posting covers online to touring the world shows how bold vision can change the landscape. Her sound, her style, her spirit all speak of freedom in Bollywood. Deepika Padukone turned from athlete to actress to mental health advocate. Her honesty about depression broke stigmas, and her performances from Padmavat to Chopek earned global respect. And then there's Shah Rukh Khan, the king of Bollywood, whose charm and humility turned him into an international phenomenon. His story of sleeping on Mumbai streets and rising to own one of the biggest production houses on the planet is pure cinematic poetry. And his belief in love over hate resonates beyond screens. In the world of fashion, Zendaya shares the spotlight with icons like Rihanna. And Zendaya often collaborates with stylists who redefine boundaries, while models like Gigi Hadid and Bella Hadid use their platforms not just for catwalks, but for charity work, humanitarian causes, and unity messages that go beyond borders. Gigi's partnership with UNICEF and Bella's open support for global relief efforts show that fame can be a megaphone for change moving to the silver screen. Marvel heroes have their own real-life heroics. Robert Downey Jr. turned his fall into one of Hollywood's greatest comebacks, from personal struggles to becoming Iron Man. He inspired millions to believe that no chapter is too dark to rewrite, and Chris Evans, his friend on screen and off, shows kindness in action. His work with children's hospitals and animal shelters reminds fans that being a hero isn't just a role, it's a mindset. We also can't forget the timeless icons like Beyoncé, who continues to redefine what artistry means. Her performances are spiritual experiences, her visuals are empowerment lessons, and her foundation Be Good uplifts communities. With education and opportunity, her husband Jay-Z also turned vision into empire, from music to business to philanthropy, proving that legacy is built not just on hits, but on heart. As the lens widens, we see more stories of courage, like Lady Gaga, who used fame to amplify voices of the unheard. Her Born This Way foundation became a beacon of inclusion and mental health advocacy, while her performances blurred lines between art, fashion, and emotion, reminding the world that weird can be wonderful. and authenticity can heal. Then comes the powerhouse from Latin America, Shakira, who mixed languages, rhythms, and cultures to build bridges. Her Hips Don't Lie became a global anthem, but her humanitarian work building schools in Colombia. Through her Barefoot Foundation shows that education is the truest rhythm of change. And in the same spirit, Maluma and Bad Bunny use their platforms to celebrate Latin identity, bringing energy and pride to new generations. Every superstar carries a unique rhythm, and their fans form the heartbeat that keeps them going, from fan projects for charity to standing by idols during tough times. The connection between stars and supporters became something deeper than fame. It became family. The camera flashes, the gowns, the awards, they're all moments. But behind them are real stories of dedication, sacrifice, and hope. Even in moments of controversy or misunderstanding, these figures teach the world about resilience, about taking responsibility and evolving. For example, Justin Bieber, who faced fame too early, learned to find peace and purpose through faith music and love. His story of growing up under global scrutiny and rediscovering balance inspired countless fans to believe that no mistake defines your destiny. And when we look at others like Demi Lovato, who turned recovery into redemption, or Miley Cyrus, who keeps surprising the world with reinvention, we see how authenticity always wins. In the end, these journeys connect across languages and borders. And they remind us why we care so much about celebrity stories, not for the glamour, but for the humanity. Because every red carpet hides late nights of work, every award speech hides years of doubt, and every smile hides a lesson learned under pressure. And this universe of stars, from Hollywood to Bollywood, from Seoul to London, from Lagos to Los Angeles, keeps reminding us that dreams, no matter where they begin, can reach anywhere, as long as the heart keeps believing and the lights keep burning. So here's to the artists who turn moments into memories, and the fans who turn admiration into love. Because together they make the world a little brighter, one story at a time. And as the lights keep shimmering over stages and red carpets, new stories begin to rise like constellations reshaping the sky. Because fame never stands still, and every new name carries a spark that changes the rhythm of the world, just like Zendaya. And Timothée Chalamet brought a fresh energy to Hollywood with their authenticity and effortless artistry. They showed that vulnerability and talent can coexist, and that humility can walk hand in hand with style. Their chemistry, on and off screen, became a symbol of modern artistry that connects with audiences across generations. And when we look at Florence Pugh, who captured hearts with her raw performances and fearless fashion choices, we see how individuality became the new luxury. Her refusal to conform and her open conversations about self-expression turned her into a voice for confidence and courage. Then there's Tom Holland, who grew from a London kid with big dreams into one of the world's favorite superheroes. He balances fame with kindness, using his platform for children's causes, and reminding everyone that even Spider-Man can have stage fright sometimes. And that's what makes him human across the ocean. K-pop continues to bloom with groups like Blackpink, redefining global pop. Their story of breaking into Western markets with grace, confidence, and unmatched style inspired millions. Jennie, Lisa, Jisoo, and Rose, each bringing their unique flair, from music to fashion to beauty collaborations. Their fan base, the Blinks, became one of the most passionate families on the planet, united by rhythm beats and empowerment. And right beside them, solo artists like IU and Rosalia are turning music into emotion with every note. Use soothing melodies and endless humility made her Korea's sweetheart, while Rosalia's mix of flamenco and modern beats electrified the music scene worldwide, each of them representing cultural pride and artistic bravery. In equal measure, in the cinematic world, the rise of diverse storytelling gave us visionaries like Greta Gerwig, whose films from Lady Bird to Barbie redefined femininity, creativity, and power. Her direction is like a gentle revolution, bringing meaning into mainstream and laughter into reflection. While Jordan Peele turned horror into a lens for social commentary, his creativity made audiences think beyond fear, proving that art can entertain and awaken at once. Moving to the world of sports and celebrity crossover, Serena Williams continues to shine beyond tennis. Her dominance on court is only matched by her grace off it. As a mother, entrepreneur, and inspiration, she broke ceilings and stereotypes and became a voice for equality. Her sister Venus paved the way for empowerment, showing that resilience and elegance can rewrite the game. And LeBron James did the same in basketball, using his platform to build schools for underprivileged children and create opportunities through his foundation, showing the world that greatness is service, not status. And when we look at crossover stars like David Beckham, who went from soccer legend to global humanitarian and style icon. We see how influence can evolve with purpose as Victoria Beckham continues to lead in the fashion world, proving that vision, discipline, and reinvention can coexist effortlessly. Their story together became one of balance between glamour and groundedness. Another voice that continues to echo across time is Oprah Winfrey, who rose from hardship to build an empire of empathy. Her interviews, her network, her philanthropy all centered around one truth: that kindness and curiosity can change lives. She inspired generations of dreamers to believe that purpose can grow from pain, and her legacy continues to light the path for those who wish to lead with heart. While we celebrate these global icons, we can't forget the storytellers behind the scenes like Ava DuVernay and Ryan Coogler, who use their cameras to create mirrors for society. Their films give representation and pride to voices long unheard, and show that storytelling is one of the most powerful acts of love. The same spirit lives in the creative houses of music, where producers, songwriters, and designers collaborate to build culture. From the inside out, artists like Pharrell Williams and Kanye West redefined sound and fashion, merging beats with identity and shaping trends that moved beyond music to become lifestyles. Yet their stories also remind us that creativity is a constant evolution, a balance of light and shadow that teaches us growth through change around the globe. Other dreamers rose to shine like Burna Boy and Wizkid from Nigeria, who brought Afrobeat to global stages, uniting continents with rhythm and pride. Their performances are celebrations of heritage and hope, showing that African excellence is not emerging. It's leading and inspiring new generations to embrace their roots with confidence. Latin music, too, keeps soaring with Camila Cabello and Karol G, blending pop and culture with empowerment messages that encourage fans to own their stories. Every beat, every lyric carries the warmth of their origins and the fire of their ambitions in fashion. The red carpets have become runways for storytelling. Designers like Virgil Abloh left a legacy of innovation by showing that streetwear and high fashion can coexist and that art belongs to everyone. His influence continues through those he inspired and through the conversations he started about creativity and inclusion. And when Rihanna returned to the stage at the Super Bowl, it wasn't just a performance. It was a celebration of resilience, motherhood, and legacy, reminding the world that pauses are not endings, they're chapters of growth. At the same time, new generations like Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish, and Lil Nas X are redefining what it means to be authentic stars. They sing about identity, emotion, and honesty, connecting directly with fans through vulnerability, rather than perfection. Their journeys from viral fame to industry respect prove that sincerity is the new superstar quality. And when fans see them grow, they feel part of that journey too. It's that connection that keeps the celebrity universe alive. From charity galas to fan meetups, from behind the scenes, glimpses on social media to global concerts, it's all one shared narrative of people striving, creating, and connecting. Every superstar carries a lesson, and every fan becomes part of their echo. Together, they form a symphony that transcends fame and becomes something deeper. A collective heartbeat that tells us stories matter, hope matters, and dreams, no matter where they start, can light the world one spotlight at a time. And as the world spins faster with digital waves and streaming lights, the connection between stars and fans grows stronger than ever through every screen, every story, every post. We see pieces of humanity woven into glamour, like when Zendaya shares behind-the-scenes moments or when Taylor Swift drops Easter eggs that send the internet into joyful chaos. It's all part of a new era, where fans don't just watch, they participate, they build communities that become movements, and in those movements lies something powerful, a sense of belonging that transcends distance and language. And yet, even in this hyper-connected age, the roots of celebrity remain the same: courage, creativity, and compassion, the same values that built the legends of yesterday. Like Meryl Streep, whose artistry continues to inspire every performer who dreams of authenticity, her performances carry truth, depth, and humility, making her a timeless pillar in cinema. And when we think of icons like Denzel Washington, we think of mastery, discipline, and grace. His legacy extends beyond film into mentoring the next generation, showing that true greatness lifts others along the way. Another enduring figure is Leonardo DiCaprio, who turned environmental advocacy into a lifelong mission, proving that awareness can coexist with artistry. His documentaries and foundation remind the world that fame can fuel responsibility, not vanity. And across generations, these examples plant seeds for new dreamers like Timothée Chalamet or Saoirse Ronan, who channel sincerity and intelligence into every role and remind audiences that art is not just entertainment, It's empathy. Then there's the unstoppable Jennifer Lopez, whose career across music, film, and business spans decades. Her performances radiate energy. But behind that shine is relentless work, discipline, and belief. Her journey from the Bronx to superstardom inspires countless people to keep dancing even when life feels out of rhythm, and speaking of rhythm, no conversation about global icons is complete without talking about Beyoncé. Again, because her influence continues to ripple through generations. She embodies excellence, precision, and purpose. She makes art that celebrates Black culture, womanhood, and identity, creating a legacy that goes far beyond music, and her presence alongside other empowering voices like Lizzo shows how self-love and confidence can reshape industries. Lizzo's message that beauty has no single size and that joy is a form of rebellion inspires millions to love themselves louder on the other side of the ocean. Groups like Twice and New Jeans from Korea are redefining global pop with bright energy and creative expression. Their artistry blends visual storytelling and community building, bringing together fans who celebrate not only the music, but also the message of unity and growth. And while the stage lights burn bright, another generation of stars in film like Ana de Armas and Pedro Pascal remind us of diversity and perseverance. Pedro's story from humble beginnings to international recognition is proof that patience and authenticity will always find their spotlight, and Anna's journey from Cuba to Hollywood showcases courage and craft working hand in hand. In the world of modeling and design, figures like Naomi Campbell and Aduda Ketch continue to push for representation and equality. Their platforms are not just for fashion, but for empowerment, showing young dreamers that beauty is strength when rooted in truth and compassion. Even in comedy, we find heroes like Kevin Hart and Trevor Noah who turn laughter into lessons, using humor to bridge cultures and bring hope, reminding audiences that joy is one of the greatest healers of all in the digital realm. Creators on YouTube and social platforms are becoming the new wave of celebrities, with people like Emma Chamberlain turning authenticity into art. Her unfiltered approach to creativity reshaped how millions view success, showing that being yourself is the best brand. And through her collaborations in fashion and interviews at global events, she blurred the line between influencer and icon in music. Newcomers like Doja Cat and The Weeknd keep pushing sonic boundaries, blending genres, emotions, and aesthetics to create experiences that feel both futuristic and deeply human. And while they entertain, they also express the same struggles every person faces: love, heartbreak, self-discovery, proving that even in the biggest spotlight, the heart beats the same as ours beyond music and movies. Charity remains the soul of stardom. Angelina Jolie's humanitarian missions continue to inspire generations as she travels to conflict zones and advocates for displaced families. Her empathy shows what true leadership means, and her dedication to global change makes her more than a star. It makes her a light of action alongside her. We see stars like Priyanka Chopra Jonas bridging Hollywood and Bollywood, using her success to promote education, equality, and representation. She represents a world where culture becomes a bridge, not a barrier, showing how powerful it is to bring different worlds together in art and activism. And when we glance at the younger generation like Zendaya, Olivia Rodrigo, and Tom Holland, they remind us that fame in this era can be humble and honest, that sharing kindness matters as much as sharing hits. Their energy keeps the culture fresh. Their love for fans keeps it human as the spotlight travels. From city to city, from Los Angeles to London, from Mumbai to Madrid, it illuminates one universal truth: that every star once stood in the dark waiting for their chance. And when that chance came, they carried not just their talent, but their humanity with them. That is what makes celebrity beautiful. Not perfection, but persistence. Not luxury, but legacy. Because when we see them shine, we see pieces of ourselves reflected back. Our hopes, our dreams, our fears, our triumphs, all stitched into the grand tapestry of entertainment, art, and empathy. And so the story continues unfolding endlessly as new stars rise to join the constellation, reminding the world that no matter where you come from, your light has a place in the sky. And somewhere between the cameras and the crowds lies the heartbeat of it all: the fans whose love transforms stars into legends. Because without that connection, no award, no red carpet, no record could ever mean the same thing. It's the shared feeling that turns ordinary moments into history. Like when fans camp outside arenas in the rain or cheer through tears during comeback tours. It's the purest reminder that fame is not about distance, but about shared emotion. Take, for instance, the return of Adele, whose soulful voice carries comfort across time. Her journey of heartbreak, self-reflection, and triumph resonates because she never hides the human behind the voice. She reminds the world that even global icons cry, laugh, and rebuild just like anyone else. And then there's Ed Sheeran, whose guitar became his passport to every corner of the world. His music tells simple truths about love, friendship, and hope, and his humility keeps him grounded, whether performing in sold-out stadiums or small acoustic sets. His story from busking on the streets of London to writing hits for megastars like Justin Bieber shows how perseverance beats prestige every time. And speaking of perseverance, Ariana Grande turned personal tragedy into strength, becoming a beacon of resilience for fans worldwide. Her voice soars with emotion, and her spirit reflects empathy, kindness, and growth through her music and charitable work. She teaches that healing can turn into harmony and courage, can sing louder than fear in another corner of entertainment. Keanu Reeves stands as an example of quiet grace. His story, filled with loss and renewal, has inspired millions because he lives with humility, compassion, and generosity, proving that fame doesn't need ego to shine bright. His kindness off-screen became as legendary as his roles on screen, and fans adore him, not just for the characters he plays, but for the character he embodies in life and in the ever-evolving universe of fashion. We see creativity rise like a phoenix every season. Designers like Donatella Versace and Giorgio Armani continue to blend heritage with innovation, while younger voices like Balmain's Olivier Rousteing and Jacquemus redefine what style means. In the modern world, they show that fashion is not about clothes, but about storytelling and empowerment. And when celebrities collaborate with these designers, they turn every appearance into art. Like when Zendaya walks a carpet in a look that makes headlines, or when Harry Styles wears something that challenges norms. His fearless embrace of gender-fluid fashion inspires freedom and individuality, making him a role model for expression and authenticity while talking about breaking boundaries. We can't forget artists like Sam Smith, who share their truth with the world through music and honesty. Their openness about identity and self-acceptance has paved the way for others to feel seen and safe, proving that visibility can save lives. And the entertainment landscape is better for it across continents. Voices like Bad Bunny challenge norms, too, blending activism with art and giving fans both beats to dance to and words to think about. His concerts are celebrations of culture equality and self-love. In the cinematic world, Marvel and DC heroes may rule the box office, but beyond the capes are the actors who use their platforms for good. Gal Gadot inspires with her messages of unity, while Jason Momoa advocates for environmental conservation, both showing that strength and softness can coexist and inspire change beyond fiction. The rise of streaming opened new paths for storytellers, with actors like Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things turning youthful success into empowerment. She uses her platform to uplift other young voices through her brand Florence by Mills, and her message of self-confidence shows that you're never too young to make a difference in the global mix. Artists like Blackpink's Lisa Jenny and Rosé step into solo careers, shining not just as performers, but as cultural bridges who represent resilience, creativity, and pride. And in Japan, J-pop icons like Hikaru Utada continue to inspire generations through artistry that feels timeless, blending nostalgia with modern rhythm and emotion. In Africa, artists like Tems and Aerostar are lighting up the global stage, their rise proving that talent from every corner of the earth deserves recognition and celebration. Meanwhile, in Hollywood, figures like Margot Robbie continue to charm audiences with range and intelligence. Her role in Barbie turned into a cultural conversation about womanhood and imagination, showing how storytelling can empower while entertaining. And alongside her, Greta Gerwig cemented herself as a director who uses cinema to uplift rather than divide. When we look at these collaborative efforts across industries, we see how interconnected art has become. Music influences fashion, fashion inspires film, and film shapes culture. It's a cycle of creation that never ends, and through it all, celebrities become mirrors of our collective dreams. Their struggles remind us to be patient, their triumphs inspire us to keep going, and their kindness teaches that no success means much without compassion behind it. And when they step away from the spotlight for causes that matter, like helping children fighting disease, protecting the planet, or raising voices for justice, they remind the world that fame is most powerful when it serves others. As the camera pans wider across this glittering landscape, we realize that every story, from Taylor to Beyoncé, from BTS to Bad Bunny, from Blake Lively to Leonardo DiCaprio, is a chapter of one greater tale, the story of humanity, chasing light, learning from darkness, and sharing that glow with the world. Because in the end, celebrity is not just about recognition, it's about resonance, the ability to touch hearts across borders and generations, making people feel seen, understood, and inspired. And as new stars rise and old legends evolve, this symphony of dreams keeps playing louder than ever. Because as long as there are hearts that dare to dream, there will always be lights in the sky, reminding us that wonder never fades. Subscribe for more emotional celebrity documentaries, pop culture storytelling, and inspiring journeys from stars worldwide.